Hello everyone, 74J here, and welcome back to North Reef City here on City Skylines. Today we are fixing traffic. It's a problem that has been plaguing the city for quite some time. And I say fixing traffic, we're not actually fixing traffic, we are starting to fix traffic. One thing I've noticed with this city, a couple of things. First of all, the real-time mod seems to have switched itself off at some point, which meant time was progressing, I think 5 times faster than it should have been. So I've reverted that back to what it should have been, which is during the day it's set to 1, which is basically real time but not quite, and at night it's set to 2, so it goes a little bit faster. Eventually I might bring that back down to 1 as well and put the day-night cycle on, but right now the nighttime is twice as fast as the daytime, and I've also got it set so that with the seasons, days and nights are different lengths depending on what season we're in. I don't actually know if I need to be playing on a snowfall map for that to take effect, but yeah, it is what it is. So that's one reason why traffic is quite bad, because people are just traveling this basically rush hour all the time. So setting that back helped a little bit. I also noticed at night all of this traffic just disappears, which means that it is bad road design on my part. And this junction that I built, was it last episode? I think it was last episode, was one of the biggest culprits. So I've experimented with different junction styles in the past in this series. We've got the diverging diamond. We've also got the roundabout further up the road. And there was this weird roundabout here as well. What I'm building today is what's known in the business as a single point intersection, which is not actually true. If you see how most are designed, you'll see that it's actually still a triple point intersection, but that's the pedant within me trying to break free. Effectively, it's a single point intersection. You can see here there's this X shape in the center, and that's where the main roads at least converge. There are little slip roads that join up, you'll see in a second. So if you're coming off of the bridge here and turning left, you'll be able to do that without having to go through the single point interchange. Already I'm coming up with ideas for how to take this further, because this does help actually significantly with traffic. It's this in traffic lights basically that helped me out here today, and a little bit of public transport as well, but we'll come back to that in a little bit. But already I'm thinking, how can I take this further? And I have some ideas, as I said, some of which I think will work, some of which may not initially work, but could end up working still. I mean, who am I to guess on that one? But basically, I'm fed up with traffic. And I've been watching my bus lines recently as well to see how well they're working. And even that's a nightmare. Like every time, we get to rush hour, the buses just get clogged up by traffic as well. So a lot's needed to change here in the city. One of the problems still is the fact that we only have 2 ways in to this main part of the city here, and still only 2 ways into the other part of the city where Reef Square is, although it's not called Reef Square anymore. I actually can't remember what I renamed that part of the city. That's good, isn't it? But yeah, it's a learning process still. This whole city is still very much a learning process, but I'd like to think we're getting to a reasonable stage now where, with me playing the game at least, I should be at a stage now where I'm a little bit better at traffic management. It's because I'm messing around with mods, and you know what they say about messing with mods, you're effectively playing with fire. So it's kind of my own fault that this traffic issue has become an issue. But, I'm experimenting with different ways of fixing it. And this single point intersection, it is helping. It does help, especially when the traffic light management is also on point, which it kind of is and it kind of isn't. But just, yeah, I'm experimenting. I'm playing around and I'm having fun doing it. That's the main thing. I don't always have fun when I'm experimenting with games, but this one is still a nice, fun challenge to have. So no complaints from me. Don't get me wrong. It would be nice though if it did work first time, basically, without me having to stress and worry and things like that. So yeah, that's enough waffle. I'll give you a quick spoiler as to what the second part of this video, or part of the second part of this video is. We're extending the railway into the city centre here. Now, I've done this without considering where the tram is going to go, because there will be a tram line that runs this way as well. Yeah, with that, I haven't quite decided how that's going to work yet. And also, I mentioned on YouTube in the comments recently that the airport is on its way. That was the case before this traffic issue started. And I'm not saying the airport's cancelled or anything like that, don't get me wrong. It is still happening. But I want to come up with a better plan for it, because I think the transport infrastructure needs work before I can start messing around with airports. Basically, we have enough people in this city. I think the population at the bottom there says, is that 60-something thousand or 80,000? But by the time I finish recording this episode, we're up into the 100,000s. So, yeah, I need to do something with transport to get people out of their cars, basically. And this first station is part of that project. And I say first station because there are plans, I have plans to build multiple railway stations within this city centre. Mainly just to keep the flow of people pretty high. This first one, it's got a really boring name at the moment. It's just called North Reef Central. But I think I will rename that at some point in the future. And when I do that, it will take on kind of the role of the city centre station. But again, like I said, it's one of several. So it's not going to be the main station. It's just going to be one of several. But this is kind of like a plaza station. Sorry, I'm cracking my knuckles as well. I shouldn't do that. It's kind of a plaza station. So we've got this big bus station, we got this big railway station, and then we got these huge gaps in the middle. We've also got this metro station that you'll see me place in a second as well. This is a north to south, east to west facing station for metro and conventional rail. I am already considering replacing this station though with another one that I found on the workshop, purely because I think it looks better, and it means I don't have to do this weird terraforming. So that's probably what's going to end up happening there. And you'll see we've also got these dedicated bus lane roads that run to and from the station here as well. Rapid bus transit, bus rapid transit. I don't know if that's viable here. I would like to connect the existing BRT route up to this road somewhere, so that buses can run up into the city centre here. And maybe have a dedicated line running between Reef Square and this station, calling at several places along the way. And again, I've got to be careful how I do that, because I don't want to duplicate the railway. So it's something that's crossed my mind. It's something that no doubt will happen. But this is part of a phase of getting people out of their cars, basically, and onto public transport. Something else I'll be doing, which might be next episode in fact, is starting to place down some ferry terminals as well around the city. We've already got the one at the stadium, the arena. We've got the one south of where we're looking now, at the bottom of the screen. I don't really know what that area would be called. Something peninsular, I imagine. And I would like to have some more. I want one at Reef Square. I've got some ideas for what to do with Reef Square to make that happen. And yeah, I just want to get as many as possible, to be honest, and go from there. So you'll see me do that as well. That'll probably be next episode as well. Again, I'm thinking aloud, and I'm planning on recording the next episode straight after this one. So most of what I'm saying now hopefully will make the cut. But this is quite a lengthy process. I wasn't anticipating spending 3 hours just building railways and bus lanes here, but it is what ends up happening. And out of it, I've actually got a very, very nice station at the trade school. Now, when I built that station, the part of the plan was to have a railway running. So the big suspension bridges that we've got, one of them has a bus rapid transit and tram line, and the other one was meant to have the railway. But placing the railway on that bridge, I found out quite quickly that the confines of doing it are impossible. To actually have a realistic curve coming out of the bridge on the north side was one thing, but also then having it slope up to this station at the trade school was another thing. So right now you'll see me build it in this episode, but already I'm thinking let's just get rid of it. I might even turn it into another road. We'll see about that. One other option I had was to replace the left bridge, again in the direction we're facing right now, with a bus / railway / tram bridge, and have all three, say, running next to each other, and then the right hand bridge have it as one direction being northbound, one direction being southbound. Whether or not that works either, I don't know, but I think for now what I'm just going to do is get the two lines from the trade school station. I think the road, I renamed the road Tradeway, and that's the name of the station as well. I think I'm just going to take that and have it go straight out across the water via a new bridge. I think that's probably the best way to actually do that. But again, I'll do it right now as a temporary thing, but any suggestions in the comments will be greatly appreciated. So if you've got any good ideas, feel free to get in touch. Did I build another... Oh yeah, I was about to say, did I build another single point intersection? But no, I didn't. I built this massive roundabout, which again I'm a big fan of actually. This one, it's okay. You can kind of see already how I'm planning on expanding the city to the other side of the motorway here as well. This motorway basically runs through the city centre, and at some point I might bury it underground. In parts at least, not entirely, but in parts. And have this be kind of a central belt motorway, so it runs straight through the city. Not through the downtown area, because we obviously know where that is. And I keep saying downtown. We don't say downtown here in the UK. We just say city centre. Central business districts is something that's thrown around as well. But again, not really used that commonly here in the UK. Not from people outside of city planning commissions anyway. We just call them the city centre. And I've said in the past, in the case of London, it's just the city or the square mile. Where was I going with this? Oh yes, this is just a north-south running road, and then eventually it will link up to an orbital road that will go round the entirety of the city, and that should help with traffic flow, people going in and out of the city, but we'll see. I don't know. Right, I'm not planning on talking for all of this episode actually. I'm planning on stopping in a minute and letting the music take over. I've got some new music that I'm trialling out. It's stuff that I use for the day job, which is really, really cool. Really nice music, and it's free to use for content creators. So, very, very grateful there are people out there actually who are willing to share their work in such a way. Again, it's sometimes copyright and content creation is an absolute minefield when it comes to YouTube and just finding decent music that you're able to use. And I get it, you know, I'm not saying that people should give up their music or anything like that, but you know, I can't afford to pay for music all the time right now. So to have people out there who just want to share their work and open the forum up to allow other people to use that work within their videos, I've got a lot of respect for those people and a lot of gratitude. So if you are those people, thank you very much. I will start crediting the music in the description down below if you'd like to go check it out yourself. I think it's the decent thing to do. For me to credit it, that is, not for you guys to check it out. That's entirely optional, but I think it's right that, you know, if someone lets me use their music for free, the least I can do is at least tell you who it is and let you go check out the music yourself. I'm talking an absolute pile of drivel right now, so I am going to stop talking in a second. But I also just choked on some air, so I'm definitely going to stop talking in a second. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed the video. Again, it's not... There's a lot of technical stuff happening in the videos at the moment. It's not very exciting. We're not doing big builds or anything like that. We're kind of doing background prep work before we do the next big build. And you can see the traffic on the screen right now. This is why I'm doing it, because this amount of traffic right now is obscene. I've been going through, in fact the second part of this video as well is me going through and changing a lot of the junctions in the city to improve the traffic flow with traffic lights. And that's something I've been doing off camera as well. I'll stop recording and then I'll immediately go through and fix like 2 or 3 more junctions. I'm just watching traffic to see where it's flowing. I haven't quite got to the stage yet where I'm chaining junctions together, but I am starting to be very, very tempted to do that. Particularly the roads that have the bus lanes on them, because I think those are the ones that need it the most. But I could be wrong, but those are the ones, or, you know, first glance, they're the ones where I just think, yeah, that needs it more than anything. So again, let me know what you think down below. Some of you might like what I'm doing here. Some of you might think it's redundant. If there's a better way of doing it, by all means, let me know. I'll be very, very grateful for that. But yeah, that does it for me talking. I'm going to let the music take over. The very, very nice music indeed. Thank you very much, everybody, for watching. Next week will be a lot more build-based rather than this stuff, which, you know, we built this new area and we built this station. But other than that, I don't even think I did the zoning here on camera. I think all that was done off camera as well. So next week there will be more building. I can assure you of that. This stuff here as well with these junctions is ugly as hell. These rails, in fact, I'm really tempted to unsub from because I just don't see a use for them. I've tried. I've really tried. You'll see in this video. I try so hard to make these rails work, and they just don't. So I'm really tempted just to scrap them completely and go back to the game default ones until I can find some better alternatives, because these are useless. They're not bad rails by any stretch, but they just do not suit what I'm trying to do here at all. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. If you haven't already hit the like button, be sure to do that. Likewise with the subscribe button. Drop those comments down below. Yeah, I've completely goofed my outro now as well because I said the wrong thing. But yeah, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, drop some comments down below. Anything like that really helps me out and I really appreciate it. Enjoy the music, enjoy the time lapse. Thank you very much once again for watching, and until next time, I will see you soon.